Hey viewers, this is a last minute vinyl vlog from the country of Singapore. Yes, I'm in Singapore. So there's a funny story and there's a reason why I'm recording this on my phone. It's because I was here in Singapore with family and the plan was to, after 5 days here, to go to a family wedding in Hong Kong. However, as some of you who watch my channel know, I have somewhat of an interesting job. And because of my interesting job, traveling to foreign countries is a little bit of extra work. And unfortunately, it's kind of a bummer. My travel to Hong Kong got denied by the DoD. So I'm in Singapore for a little extra time by myself, just kind of killing time. And I thought, this is one of the great hi-fi and vinyl cities in the world. I wanted to capture a little of that. And so there's some stuff coming. There's some stuff coming on the Tracking Angle YouTube channel where I'm going to be interviewing some people in the hi-fi industry here in Singapore, some people who are record store owners here in Singapore. But I'm going to do a little digging on my own. And I think today's Thursday. We got a little bit time left of the day. I think I'm going to try to go hit up some record stores in the local area. I'm way out in Punggol. I'm like on the far end, suburban end of the city, so I've got to take the MRT to get to an area that has some vinyl shops. But I heard the digging here is really great, so I can't wait to share it with all of you. All right, y'all, so I'm out here at the Wintech Center, and it turns out the place I just started filming, that was a related store. That's the hi-fi dealer. And apparently the record store is actually up here on the 4th floor, but I'm having trouble finding it because the building is laid out in a weird way, so we'll let you know if I can make it there. Okay, so I just left Absolute Sound Records. There's a little bit of confusion. The building is laid out kind of like a light industrial building. Hey, so I just left Absolute Sound Records. I was about to say exactly this, and then a Singapore Air Force fighter jet flew above me. Looked like an F-16, but I wasn't quite quick enough to catch it. But very interesting record store. Really impressive stock. A lot of Western audiophile records, audiophile reissues, tons of 90s Anadisc Mobile Fidelities. They had pretty much a full two rows of analog productions, classic records, things like that. Prices seemed a bit high. It's in a very interesting building, and it's kind of an old light industrial building. A real mix of interesting businesses there, some warehouse stuff, some look like some medicine wholesalers in there. And on the first floor is the hi-fi showroom. And then up on the sixth floor, I was looking on the fourth floor, it was the sixth floor, is the record store owned by the same people. Prices felt kind of high. It's my first record store in Singapore, so I didn't want to judge too much because I don't know what the general what the prices are like here. But I tend to stay away from the audiophile reissues because they seem very pricey here. What I did get, they had a very impressive classical section, and I got some UK records, some EMIs. Oh, there's the jet again. I think we're by the airbase. So I definitely ended up picking a record store. Looks like right under the flight path of an airbase. So I don't think I'm going to be able to record a lot of video in this neighborhood. It's just pretty loud. So I think I'm going to try to head to the next store. I still have a little bit of time. But then later tonight, I'm going to try to catch a show by the Singapore Symphony because I got nothing better to do. Okay, so there's an avenue just about a half-hour bus ride southeast of here that has about 2 record stores that seem to be well reviewed. I think I'm going to go check those out, and then I'm going to call it a day. So let's hop on the bus. Hey, so I am here with Cherry, who is the owner of Cherry Lane Records in Singapore here. And this is a shop that I just decided to pop into on Google Maps. And you said you were the owner and founder?
I co-own this place with my partner.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we
And
opened 1.5 years ago.
great.
Yeah.
How has the shop been in that time? Is this your first record store?
Yeah, it's our first record store.
What do you like to specialize in here? Like, what do
We
you?
specialize in early pressings, cassettes and CDs.
Okay.
Yeah, we are popular for our jazz and rock.
And what do you think the vinyl scene is like in Singapore?
It's definitely growing. Even like young people are getting into it. Yeah, like even young people are like getting into like older stuff like the 70s rock and roll stuff. So really glad to see that. Yeah.
Great. Is there anything you'd like to see in record stores in Singapore going forward? Like, what is lacking here? What is there not enough of?
Definitely the exposure to more obscure music. Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Well, you have some obscure stuff here.
Yeah. We'd be happy to see like young people exploring music that be more open to music in general. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. You have a wonderful store.
Thank
And
you.
what's the address of the store if people want to visit?
387 Juchet Road, Singapore.
Okay. Cherry Lane Records. Definitely come check this place out.
Thank you.
Wow, okay, so Cherry Lane Records was absolutely more than I ever expected. What a cool little store. Definitely a big boost over the last store, which was, we had a lot of stuff, but it was a little disappointing. This is, if you're looking for, 70s, 80s pressings of, rock, psych, stuff from around the world, a lot of Japanese stuff, that store was really cool and it was a really pleasant place to spend time in. Cool little shop. And there's another store just down the street here. And so I think I'm going to very quickly hit that place up. It's called, I believe it's Crate Diggers. And then I'm going to head back because I need to get ready for the symphony tonight. Okay, so that store that you just saw there, that was a really cool shop too. Focused a lot more on new stuff, a lot more new reissues there, new imprint records, like we saw like modern rock, modern metal, modern pop stuff, Deftones. There's a small room upstairs that had some used stuff, very heavy on like Japanese pressings of American rock artists. There's a small city pop section, a small classical section. The classical wasn't great, but overall, like a really cool store. I've been very impressed with the little shops and cafes and things that I've seen on this street here. This area of Singapore is a lot more pretty than the area the first record store was in. So I think that is an afternoon of record shopping. I think I'm pretty well tapped out, and I'll when I get home, I'll show you guys what I got. Stumbled across this place here. Everyone, well, that was a really fun day. Busy day of record hunting. I barely made it here in time. Had to go home and change. We got the Esplanada Concert Hall in the background. Kind of looks like a giant durian, like almost the national fruit of Singapore. I can't wait to see the Singapore Symphony. It's gonna be a fun time. All right, cheers everyone. Hey everyone. So I'm at intermission at the Singapore Symphony, and I just witnessed Julia Hagen play the Elgar Cello Concerto, very beautifully, by the way. And I was remarking to myself how good this hall sounds. And then I realized, I think as soon as the concerto started, they almost certainly use a significant amount of sound reinforcement in this hall. It takes a second to realize, but because it gets very, very loud. And I don't think that's the natural acoustic of this hall. I played in halls with sound reinforcement before. I've listened in halls with sound reinforcement before. I don't think I've ever heard sound reinforcement that sounded this good or this natural. Really quite interesting. If anyone's ever been to, I found out it's pronounced the Esplanade Concert Hall. If anyone's ever been to this hall, maybe you can comment on there if you know how this hall is set up. Very interesting. The orchestra's playing beautifully. It's a beautiful looking hall. It's a beautiful sounding hall, even though it might not technically be fully acoustic. I'm enjoying myself. Cheers, everyone. So I just got out of the Singapore Symphony, and I am, first of all, fantastic version of the Planets, really enjoyable, but I'm doubling down on my earlier comment that this hall has significant sound reinforcement. That was the loudest concert I have ever heard in a hall in my life, and it wasn't because the orchestra was overplaying, it was because they engineered the sound on this evening to just be very, very loud. I mean, Uranus the Magician was just shockingly loud. It in some way it's kind of fun because it's like cranking up the hi-fi system with an orchestral record. Didn't really sound acoustically natural, though tonally and timbrally it did, but just very interesting. Beautiful concert hall, beautiful performance, a lot of fun. Also, one thing that's very interesting to see is that this orchestra wears tails. In North America, I don't see many orchestras that wear white tie, that wear tails. I think that's really cool. It's kind of something that's died out in North America. I know in Asia and Europe, they definitely do that a lot more. And the flip side of that is that this is the most casually dressed audience I've ever seen at a symphony orchestra concert in a major city. People show up in shorts and t-shirts, and the orchestra is playing in tails. Just another strange little part of Singapore art culture, I guess. That's really enjoyable. I'll probably do another day of vlogging at some point. I'm going to be doing some interviews for Tracking Angle that you can go see on the Tracking Angle website at some point when I do them tomorrow, so I won't be doing a record vlog tomorrow. But I have a few more days in Singapore, and I will probably be doing another day visiting Singapore record stores. But until then, I'll see you all next time. Cheers.